All right.
You doing all right?
All right. Yeah. Did the piano shop get destroyed?
I honestly don't know.
Pickies.
I honestly don't know.
You've not been down there?
Nope. No. I'm not local to the area either, so I have no idea.
Let's just past those blue containers over there. There's the piano sort of shop. So I think it's the last unit on the end.
I can't see.
You don't know.
Therefore, I have not seen it.
No. What's the purpose of the police being here today then?
The purpose of police being here today is to stop the general public from entering what we call a cordoned off area.
Right. And the fire brigade can't do that, I suppose.
They're busy dealing with a fire.
Yeah. Okay. Have you got any information on how it started?
No.
No. Okay. Did you come down here last night, or was you only in attendance today? Was you?
Tucked up.
I came down last night and it was sort of largely under control at that point, but I see that mid-afternoon it was still smouldering.
Again, I've been here for about an hour, so...
Yeah, well there you go, I'm informing you.
Sorry?
I said there you go, I'm informing you.
Thank you very much indeed, I feel informed.
Thank you. Yeah. Don't mind me filming you, do you?
Fair if you didn't.
Really?
That's a personal preference as opposed to a legal preference.
Yeah. What about professional preference?
Sorry?
What about professional preference?
Expand upon that, how do you mean?
Well, being a police officer,
Yeah.
kind of be expected. It's not necessarily a legal thing or a personal thing. It's just like a professional thing, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine if like you went to Buckingham Palace, you got all those troops there with their furry hats, lots of tourists there, right? A lot of those soldiers might say, "Well, I prefer if you didn't film me, but legally I can't stop you from filming there." But as a professional, sort of, you know, in that job, you got to expect it, haven't you, to be filmed? So that's what I mean by professional.
Only when things like this happen.
Yeah. What? Sorry.
Only when things like this happen.
What, they expect to be filmed?
Yeah. Can't imagine there's much joy or excitement in filming an officer walking down the street, can you?
Well, don't you think that more and more people are doing it?
I think, honestly, in all my years, you're the first person ever.
Really?
Yeah, really, yeah.
All right. I guess.
Am I able to go and speak to the forensics, mate? I'm from R&M.
Have you got ID on you?
I mean, my name will be on the log, Jamie Gibson. I can go and grab my driving license in a minute if you want to go and see that.
Have you got any official ID on you?
Like, you're not recording this, mate, are you? No, please don't. I'd rather you didn't.
Well, we're in public. Can you explain to him legally?
My permission.
Can you explain to him legally?
I'm having a conversation with
there is an individual with the sign-in book.
Oh, he's on the other side, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'll go and grab him.
Yeah, you'll need to sign in with him first,
Yeah.
but he'll probably ask you the same thing for identification.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah, it's quite interesting how people object to filming, but cameras are on every device, aren't they? And on CCTV all round everywhere. Dash cams, they're sort of like part of the modern life, aren't they? But it's quite interesting the way people object to being filmed. And yet we're filmed all the time, aren't we?
Well, I am now.
It's quite interesting, I think, because people go either one of two ways. They either view it as an opportunity to put on a good front, you know, maybe a business, say you were filming a business, and they would think, oh, it's a good opportunity to put on a good front with whoever's watching.
Lessons. We're doing education.
Teach away, teach away.
Not
I'll no longer obstruct your view of teaching. Go. I might step in, I might learn a few things. Carry on.
I'm only saying, oh, it's only because I watch Chicago Fighters.
Okay.
That's the only reason I know. That's right, my boy. I've lost what I'm saying now. I've lost emotion. Yeah, I've lost emotion.
So, sorry.
Back to it in a minute.
No worries.
So I was saying it could go one of two ways. Either you can put on a good front where, say it was a business, yeah? somebody's got a camera, you think, well, you don't know who's going to be watching that. It could be one person, or it could be 10,000 or 100,000, couldn't it? You know, so you could take that as an opportunity to put on a really good advertisement for your business. So in the case of the police, you know, like, you don't know how many people might be looking on the other side of this camera. A good opportunity, well, no, other than me, I mean.
That's physically one of them, isn't it?
At the moment. But, you know, it's your opportunity to impress the public with how great our police force is. And maybe other countries as well. You never know. Other people from other countries might be watching this. They might think, well, I wonder what British police are like. So, you know, this could be your opportunity to put on a good impression.
But then it's up to the individual to take the opportunity and to want to have that opportunity.
Yeah, want to have it.
Take advantage of it.
Yeah.
If people don't want to do that, then that's their opinion.
So, I think you've been quite neutral, if anything. You probably don't want to be filmed. I agree. Right, I understand that. But you could have been quite hostile.
Because
So
I'd question your purpose for filming.
Yeah. You question my purpose for filming? Is that a question to me? It's like fishing, you know. Sometimes you catch a really nice fish, and sometimes you don't catch anything at all, and sometimes you just enjoy yourself down by the river. So you can't necessarily say, oh, I went fishing because I wanted to catch a fish, because you might not catch a fish, but you might still have enjoyed the experience. Yeah, so my purpose for filming is just to see what I catch.
Fair enough.
You know, so far I think
that wasn't a hostile question. That was
No.
a genuine question of inquisitivity.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So there you go. Do you think that answered your question?
yeah and no, really.
Go on. Why
Depends
do?
how far down the rabbit hole you want to delve. I'm quite happy. Right at this minute in time, I'm quite happy just peering over the edge of a rabbit hole and thinking what's down there and going no further.
Yeah, well, that's what's quite interesting, because this rabbit hole could be a rabbit hole to the rest of the world, or it could be a rabbit hole just for my own recreation, couldn't it?
Could do.
Who knows?
Or it could just be, oh look, it's another rabbit hole, and move on to the next one, couldn't it?
Yeah. The other thing I was wondering was, must be quite boring, kind of like standing here all day with nothing to do apart from the interactions you get with the general public.
Talking to you with a video camera,
Yeah. Is that true? Do you, when there's no one around, does it get a bit tedious standing here? Because let's face it, nobody really wants to go in there and interfere, do they?
No, but people always try and push the boundaries and try to walk inside the cordon. It's the nature of the human being, is to poke, prod, and avoid disturb.
Yeah. So when people like maybe myself come along,
Yeah.
do you know, does that not make your day a little bit more interesting? You'll feel, well, there's that guy I spoke to with the camera.
As a particularly private individual, no.
No?
I just say neutral, on the fence.
Yeah. So how long have you been a policeman? Were you interested in talking about your career and how you feel about the police force and stuff like
Those
that?
bits of information are personal to me and my colleagues.
What, even your duration of service?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because if you say to an individual you've been in for 20 years,
Yeah.
there's a stigma.
Yeah.
If you say to individuals you've been in for 1 year, there's a stigma. So there was never a correct answer for it.
Really? Well, I think most people, say you were as a soldier and you'd served in the armed forces, you'd proudly say, I've done it for 20 years. Or if you say, I'm a rookie, I've only been on it a year, but, you know, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to answer that question.
Just look at the general public perception of the police and you'll find out.
Well, maybe this is what this video is all about. And you see quite often these sort of interactions go one of two ways. Either people say, oh, that was a really nice policeman, he done really well. Or, well, why was he so cagey and why didn't he just want to interact with the public?
People press the skip button and play the next video.
Sorry?
Or people press the skip button and play the next video.
Well, I don't know. They might do. They might do, they might not. So you're from Exeter, and are you based in Exeter?
No.
What's your police station you're based at then?
Hollanton.
Honiton. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been down there a couple of times. It's not got an open front desk, has it?
No, it used to, but it doesn't anymore. It's
Yeah.
closed now.
What do you have you got an opinion on that? I think that makes, well, my opinion on that is that it makes the police less approachable. There's like lots of notice boards and stuff inside the police station. You can't read that, can you, with all the doors shut?
Well, you can, you can't. Depends how close to a police station you want to get.
Yeah, but in the
Much
inquiry
same as getting
office,
close to-
isn't there notice boards and lots of
Is it-
posters up
in
and stuff
where,
like that? In the inquiry office down at Honiton. That's closed at the moment.
Not really, no. They all got taken down due to what you were saying. There's no point in having them in an invisible place.
Yeah. Fair
There
enough.
could be anything in those containers, we don't know about it. There could be posters, but who's going to see them? Posters, as you say, about public perception and about videos for advertisement. Posters are there for advertisement.
like recruitment advertisements and things like that, aren't they? In the inquiry office.
Take that sign right there.
Yeah, which one's that one then?
What's that sign say?
What, storage and removals?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they do?
Storage and removals.
How do you know that?
Well, I'm guessing. Could be like a front load for drug smuggling gang, couldn't it? Hey, with your policeman's head on.
You know what I mean? It's pretty self-explanatory
Yeah.
because it advertises it. If that sign was turned around or inside the building, would you know what that company does?
No.
So, to answer your question, what's the point and purpose of removing the posters? Nobody can see them. So what's the point in advertising something inside a building?
Well, that's why I think the inquiry office should be open, really. I don't understand with police cuts why they had to cut the sort of police staff, who generally probably aren't that well paid anyway. Probably paid less, aren't they, police staff, than actually police constables. Don't really understand
Never
why.
looked into it.
No, I guess they would, I'd assume. Because, like, well, you know, I was concerned that there was gas bottles and stuff in there. Well, I think they were probably going pop last night in the plumbing place.
Yeah, other than the obvious, as you can see, by advertising a plumb base,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, well, they would sell gas cylinders, wouldn't they, for the purposes of plumbing?
No, plumb base don't sell gas and stuff. They sell things like U-joints, connecting joints.
Yeah, but when you're a plumber, you kind of solder.
I've never been.
Well, there you go. I'm educating you then. So when you're a plumber, you use gas, don't you, to heat up the pipes to solder the joints together, and you buy these bottles. They're normally about that big.
Magnesium or tungsten?
It's blowtorch, isn't it? Hot. It's blowtorch that lights,
and you propane gas to kind of as opposed to a MIG or a TIG welding process.
Yeah. No, you heat the copper up and then you put solder in. Yeah, and like you get these little bottles, or you can get sort of more of a medium-sized bottle. You know, I'm a tradesman, so I know these things. So they would have had quite a store of gas bottles in there.
I would say they get the gas from elsewhere because gas is a separate entity and have a license to sell the gas and store the gas. And gas has to be stored external to a building. As a tradesman, you know that.
No, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's correct at all.
It needs to be in a sealed container outside of a building, does it not?
No, I don't know. It's a good question though, because I know what you mean. When you go to buy like camping bottles, it needs to be, or in the garage if you want to buy
propane.
propane.
Petrol station, it's got to be outside, isn't it?
But when I go and buy a gas bottle to replace my disposable one, they've got them in a rack in there in different colours, and they're different temperatures, different colours.
Like the old camping gas kind of size stuff. Or perhaps it's over a certain.
They're kind of a long one like that, you know, more like a flask sort of
I know
shape.
what you mean, almost like the silicone. I know what you mean.
Yeah, and you kind of screw the burner on the top,
Yeah,
and you pull the
yeah.
trigger, and and off you go.
Perhaps it's over a certain litrage or weight that needs to be stored outside then.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Or a certain gas type. So
Yeah.
I can't imagine those small ones of propane or butane.
No, because butane. Are you into camping?
No.
Oh, right. I used to go caravanning and stuff. Yeah. So in
Why
this.
would you do such a thing?
I know. Well, it's good when the kids were little, because if you go to a B&B or something and you've got little kids, it annoys the people who live there. You know, when your kids are running around and making loads of noise. So it's a lot easier just to have your caravan and stuff. But yeah, butane only works during the summer, and come the winter, it's not got high enough pressure because of the cold temperature. So you need to have propane then. You just have to have a different regulator. Bit cocky, isn't he? Argumentative. See if I can bait him out on anything.
I'll try not to kill him.
You're in the country, so we just
This is horrendous.
Sorry?
It's horrendous.
I was going to say that's a wrong choice of adjective
Yeah.
right there.
Horrendous.
so it's saying to save people's livelihoods, isn't it?
Yes,
You know, not just the old ones, but the people who work there.
quite correct.
Look, nice to meet you, all right?
you as well.
I think you put on a good display, all right? Thank you very much. I think you've done a good job. And thank you for being a police officer. You know, I know you guys pick up the pieces when things go wrong quite often, and you do some great work. but on the other side you also do some pretty bad work, harassing people who are just protesting and things like that.
One could say the same about harassing police officers who are just doing police work.
Well, I don't think
And
so.
I believe you on that fishing bite.
Yeah, all right. Well, nice to meet. Nice to meet.
Well.
Do you mind if I should know your name? I think it's part of your duty, isn't it, to tell me what your surname is?
Surname Amarilli.
Amarilli.
Yep.
And your number 7948.
Come on.
7946.
Yes, sir.
You see, well, this is why I need to say what's your shoulder number, and you tell me, because it's actually quite difficult to see them from here.
7946.
7946. Well, nice to meet you anyway.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
What was your name?
Brett.
Brett.
That's
Or
it.
was that all I get? Since all you get is a surname.
Well, what's your first name?
Don't give out.
Oh, I don't give out my surname.
You know, say about filming and stuff. I'll give you information away that is legally obtainable and there and for the public eye to see. Other than that, no.
Yeah. And I just give you my first names. I'm friendly. I'm being friendly.
Call that to a previous career choice.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Take care. Happy filming.
Thank you. See you later. Well, mate,
Oh, mate.
you having a little break, are you?
Yeah. Good, isn't it?
You all right if I have a little chat with you
Yeah, it's fine.
and the people? Yeah. Just looking at the fire, it looks like pretty much all the combustible stuff almost got destroyed.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So, I mean, I know you stopped it from spreading to other businesses,
Yep.
which is great, and thank you very much for all the brilliant work that you guys do. I think you're the proper heroes in the emergency services. I know you all are, but do you know what I mean? So, would that be a failure because you failed to prevent it spreading to the other businesses and all of the combustible stuff went up?
Not really, there's not heat there. It's just sometimes fire can gain that much heat that
Yeah.
you just can try to contain it to the area it's in. Really.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
It always amazes me that you know, such a fire can get going and established and can't be put out in such a short space of time. It's not exactly hidden away, the area, is it?
No, it's not. It's just it's a big building with a lot of fire loading, and it's a holiday. It's a bank holiday. Nobody's about so much. So
Yeah.
just one of them things that time of night. So
It was rolls of carpet and stacks of wooden floor, was
I
it?
think so. Yeah.
Largely.
I can gather. I mean, I wasn't here last night anyway. So.
I came down last night, but it was largely out by then, and it was just still
Yeah.
sort of just glowing embers. But looking at it today, it was actually a really significant fire
Yeah, it is.
at the time. It doesn't happen that often, does it?
No, it doesn't. No,
No.
it doesn't.
All right. Well, look, thank you
Job
very
too.
Yeah.
Good job.
Mind you, like as a fireman, do you think, oh, I could just do with a decent fire, I want something to do?
No, never think that.
I know you say that, but I bet you think, oh great, you rub your hands together and think,
It's part of the job. Sometimes
Yeah.
you get long periods without it, which we had done lately. And then all of a sudden one of these pop up, and it's quite surprising really how, you know, it's a big old building. And I feel sorry for the people that are going to be out of work
yeah.
in the new year.
Mind you, it creates new work, doesn't it? There's all the construction work to be done and stuff like that, and rejuvenate. So there's always,
Good things come out of bad things.
that's it, yeah. When was the last significant fire in this Devon and Cornwall area? Was it the hotel in Exeter, would you say?
That probably would be, yeah. I mean, there's been other fires dotted around the area that we haven't been involved in. But yeah, it's one of the bigger ones I've seen for a little while, since that one.
Yeah. And also, you'd think they'd have some sort of automatic alarm system, wouldn't you? Especially of combustible materials.
They probably have, but like I say, the time of night and it was a Sunday, so it would have been quiet. You know, there's no real housing population around it. Everything would have been shut that time of night. So
Yeah. Well, it's McDonald's, wasn't it? And I don't think those businesses, they were open last night
no, they weren't. No.
because it'd been a bank holiday and that lot.
Outside for a long time and just.
Yeah. Okay, well, look, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. See you later. Hi there.
Hello.
How you doing? It's quite a shocking thing in Tiverton, isn't it? The fire. Yeah. Wonder if you got a comment that would be of interest to all the people.
I've got nothing to say, buddy.
Nothing to say to the people.
I've got nothing to say.
about what happened and things like that?
No, got nothing to say.
You had a lot to say to that other chap though, didn't you?
Yeah, I knew it.
Oh right, did you? Okay. So do you am I allowed to ask questions?
You can ask questions, mate. I can't give you any answers. I've stood here to make sure people get safe. I can't give you any answers to anything. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going to happen.
Right, okay. It's funny, I just spoke to that fireman, yeah? Hello? I just spoke to that fireman and he was nice and friendly and chatted. Why do you think there's such a division between the police and the fire brigade? Literally running away from me. Literally running away.
Have a good evening, right? Take care.
Great bit of kit that, isn't it? I bet it extends a lot further than that as well.
Well, if you got here half an hour earlier for your recording, you would have finished.
It's interesting that, you know, so I've spoken to 3 people today, you know, like,
Just 3.
well, you know, 3 people that I've sort of, you know, interviewed, if you like. There was yourself, there was that other police officer you were speaking to earlier on the corner, and there was a fireman in the cab. Now, my conversation I had with you, I would say it's been okay, but it's almost been like a game of chess where you're not sort of being friendly and chummy, but rather defensive, tolerating me and my questions and things like that. Yeah, cocky, argumentative, I'd say maybe.
Ooh,
Just it's
cocky,
difficult.
argumentative, see, they're 2 adjectives.
Yeah, it's difficult to try and find the right word. How would you describe the way you know we're interacting? Before you answer that, let me tell you about the next conversation I had.
Politely, I would say.
Politely, okay, yeah, polite. Right, but still got this sort of argumentative sort of thing, I think, but you know. Anyway, then I went and spoke to the other officer and he was actually quite hostile and rude. Yeah, quite hostile and rude. Then I went to speak to the fireman, lovely bloke, you know, had a really nice conversation. Now, why do you think there is that difference between the police and the fire service when you're all of the emergency services?
I'd say you've spoken to 3 people, and 3 people have given you a snapshot of what the general British public are like.
Do you think so? I don't know. I see it a lot in the police though. It's almost like it's an us and them thing between the public and the police, but not so with the fire brigade.
As you said yourself earlier, your questions have been probing and inquisitive.
Yeah.
So you've got somebody who is neutral, somebody who is withdrawn, somebody who is open, somebody who is inquisitive. You always have 4 different personalities there. Now, if you listen to async, there are actually 5 personality types.
Async.
Async.
What's that then?
It's personality types.
Oh yeah.
I'll let you research that one.
Is that something you learn in police college, school? No. I think it'd be quite interesting actually to find out what you do learn in police school. But yeah, I think it'd be quite interesting. I don't think anybody's ever done it. Sort of done a sit-down interview explaining what the training's like in police college.
I wouldn't have said they have done.
I
wouldn't know if that information is freely available and readily available.
But if you retired from the police force, don't see why you wouldn't be able to talk about it, would you? There's no, you don't agree any secrecy, do you, about your training or anything?
Honestly, don't know.
Well, you did the training, didn't you?
Yeah.
But you didn't get told, You're not allowed
It's
to
not
talk
part of
about
Official
it.
Secrets Act, if that's
No,
what it were. It's not
exactly.
like counter-terrorism information or things like that. No.
I notice it a lot because obviously I'm quite interested in, you could call it auditing. Yeah, I don't know if you heard of that term, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you
Yeah.
seen any of the auditing videos?
Oh, I've seen one of them.
Yeah, which one's that one then?
One where you interviewed a PC Bacon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
PC
Is
Bacon.
he a friend of yours?
Well, I've only met him once, and that
Okay.
was on that occasion. I almost struck gold on that, I think, because
Did you?
there aren't many PC Bacons, are there? Do you know him personally?
Yeah, I know.
He seems a really nice guy,
He's
to be
a
fair.
top bloke.
Yeah,
He's a top bloke, yeah.
and he took it on the chin as and a laugh, you know. And
Yeah.
I hope I didn't upset him or anything, but I suppose probably lots of
Is that,
people with
is
him.
that an apology to him? Is that an official apology?
Well, I'm happy to apologise to him if I upset him. You can relay it for me. This is another thing. I don't understand why people are reluctant to say sorry. You know, because I'm even happy to say to you, look, you know, I know I've been terrorising you with my video camera and probably annoying you a little bit, and I'm sorry about that. You know, it's not a hard thing to say, is it? Sorry. And I don't know why people are so reluctant to say sorry.
Is that not a Justin Bieber song?
I don't know, but I mean, I don't know whether you know much about my history and stuff, but I mean, I got arrested for spending £100 coins in a petrol station, and the police paid me £5,000 compensation, and part of the agreement was that they apologise.
That you don't spend £100 in pound coins again, yeah?
No, no, it was one coin, £100 coin.
Oh, was
Have
it?
you ever seen one?
Sorry, no.
They're just coins. They're like commemorative coins, but they got the same legal status as all the other coins.
Is it not down to the retailer if they wish to? But you're right, they're a legal tender.
Yeah,
But do the retailers not have a
yeah, I get where you go.
vocabulary's lost?
A choice to what they choose, yeah. I
Yeah.
get what you're saying, but the thing
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
it was at a petrol station where I'd already got the fuel and the contract had been formed, and obviously the contract states that I have to pay £1 sterling, and those coins are £1 sterling. So they can refuse to accept them, but that doesn't mean that I'm obliged to pay in any other way. So anyway,
Is a contract signed if you don't sign it?
you don't have to sign it, do you? I think it's formed
Could have filled out one of the I do not have subsequent or
Sufficient.
payment forms, and then
but I did have
Brought
the
it back
sufficient
later.
payment form, didn't I?
yes. Again, that's something to take up with the shop in question, isn't it?
Well, this is why I've been doing it, and like I say, I've done it quite a few times, and on this one occasion I got arrested by a policeman called Sergeant Atwood. Do you know Sergeant Atwood?
No, I
Ben
don't.
Atwood.
No, I don't know. No.
He was all right as well. I mean, to be fair, I think a lot of the police are all right. You know, they are all right.
Yeah.
You know, occasionally you get a tyrant. I got arrested by a real tyrant police not long ago as well, and again I'm suing the police for that, and they've
Who is
admitted
that then? I'm
liability.
interested as to your
Oh.
opinions as to who is a good person and who's a tyrant. Then I can almost get the barometer of where the middle ground is.
Right. His name was Tony. Well, he was working with Lucy and Tony, and I've forgotten his surname. I've got it written down, sort of thing. Bald guy, works out of Exeter, PC. He's not a sergeant or anything. Tony. I'll probably get you a picture of him in a minute if you like, and you'll probably recognise him.
Probably. That's the thing with this job. You don't necessarily know people's names, but you recognise a lot of people.
Well, there's quite a few serving officers, isn't there, to be fair?
Yeah. Well, it's less now,
Yeah.
as you said, because of the cuts.
I've forgotten the chain of thread where we were on. We were discussing. I've completely lost my chain of thought on it. It doesn't
We
matter
were
anyway.
discussing legal tender.
Well, I was telling you about how I got arrested, yeah, and
Oh, yes. Yeah.
and the police. That was it. We're talking about apologies, weren't we? Right. So
You apologise to PC Bacon.
yeah, I apologise to PC Bacon.
This is me being probing.
Well, I don't know why I should apologise to him because yeah,
But I've still got an apology from you. For
yeah,
PC
you did,
Bacon,
yeah,
haven't I? So
yeah, no, and you got it on camera as well. I don't mind that. It's cool. I'm happy to say I'm sorry. You see.
That's all I wanted. I'm going now.
But when I got arrested, I was on the radio and stuff over this. So I got paid £5,000 compensation by the police for being unlawfully arrested, and they also agreed to write an apology, but they just can't seem to be able to say sorry. They've said we're disappointed that you are disappointed in our service, which we feel was we aspire to high levels of our service, and we're disappointed that you aren't satisfied with our high levels of service. And my solicitor said that's not an apology, is it? That's not saying you're sorry and refused to accept it. And then they wrote another amended one, Why can't I just say, look, we're really sorry? Or better still would be to...
That decision is made by powers that are paid
Yeah.
far more than me.
Better still would just be to send the sergeant round to talk to me about it and say, you know what, I'm sorry. And I'd say, that's all right, thank you very much.
Yeah, you'd be lucky to get that.
But why? It's not hard, is it? It's not, obviously it's his orders that he's been told that you're not allowed to do that, so it's not down to him anyway, is it?
No.
Where did it start?
Sorry?
Where did it start?
Honestly, I don't know. Honestly, no.
A friend of mine had a unit there, Guy Denler, furniture guy. No?
Yeah, no, I'm
Might
not
be
local.
gone by now, I think.
Yeah. A, I'm not local,
Oh, you're not,
and B,
okay.
when I come to these sorts of things, I make a point of not knowing, so that if people ask me questions,
You're not stuck
I'm
for
sorry,
hours.
I genuinely don't know.
Very good. Yeah. Good luck.
Take care.
Who's that police officer who does the cars and he's on quite a few of the shows and YouTube videos? Do you know him? Sergeant Messenger. Yeah. Now he is a really nice copper. I've met him and had quite a few chats with him.
I've not had the privilege yet.
Yeah, he's a really nice, friendly copper. He pulled my son over actually for speeding and words of advice, you know, and that made my son respect the police, you know, and I think that's important for the police to have that kind of interaction with the public. How long have you got to be here for then? I'm getting cold.
You're getting cold.
Yeah, if you went
very
home,
cold,
I could
didn't
go then, couldn't I? I'm on duty now.
That's the thing, you've got a choice. Your choice has led to you coming here toward it.
Yep.
It's your choice, it's your prerogative, do what you want. But your choice is also, you're getting cold.
Yeah.
You could choose to go home.
Last day as well before I go back to work tomorrow.
Where do you work?
I'm a kitchen fitter. I work in Tiverton, fit kitchens and stuff like that. So I know a little bit about the plumbing, but I don't know much about
you
plumbing.
alluded to that, yeah.
Are you on duty all night, or is that something you don't want to reveal?
No, I'm personally not on duty all night, no.
Yeah.
People in on nights to relieve.
How long do you reckon this will go on for then?
You'll have someone else to come back and have a chat with later on tonight.
Oh, all right. Is that an invite?
I didn't invite you, I'm just suggesting.
All right.
Again,
I'll
going back
take
to the word of choice.
I'll take your suggestion up. Thank you very much. I was going to go home as well. No, all right.
Yeah,
You've been
there's also another few offices about 400 metres that way as well.
Oh yeah. What
Yeah.
on the other over
Yeah.
there? Really? I'll go and check
No,
them out.
it's not.
All right. You were just trying to get rid of me, weren't you?
And you nearly fell for it.
I did, yeah. See, gosh, it's like a Jack Russell after a rat, wasn't I? Yeah. Anyway, I think you've been a sport.
Jack Russell's chase after rats.
Yeah. Not that I'm into dogs or anything,
I
but
would say cats more than rats. Well, Jack Russell would probably have dogs.
yeah. Are you into? That didn't sound right. Do you? Have you got a dog?
No.
No, I'm not really a dog sort of person. Anyway, I think you've been a sport, all right, and thanks very much. Been nice to meet you.
You as well.
Hopefully, I might
as
see you
well.
again one day. All right.
Oh, come on, let's not go too far ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to check up on you to make sure you're keeping your jovial kind of disposition, and you haven't become a tyrant.
Ooh. It's a bit
Yeah.
harsh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, thanks very much. All right,
good
and
to
see you
meet you,
later on.
mate.
Thank you. Bye bye.